the minis, but he doesn't have time to stop. He's got to keep going, got to get himself to safety.
Yeah, needs to make sure he's inside the zone. Looks like he did finally get it. If you see the bottom right-hand corner, just inside of that white circle, which indicates the next safe zone, and instead going to turn it around. You can see barely on the corner, and it's going to keep going forward. So got a good elim there, but it's going to need to cycle back, opting not to grab those bandages. We'll see if that ends up biting him. Instead, going to go forward, place a floor at his feet, block those guys off, instead dropping down.
Wow.
Gets a great elim onto Smooshed 5. Smooshed is also eliminated as we get closer to that top 25, and there it is. High Noon and Cardigan Sweaters go down as Bugga picks up that last elim, so everybody getting the 3 points in a great rotation here coming out of Tfue.
This is really huge as well. You know, those 2 eliminations helping him out with the siphon. He's in a great spot. One more is going to put him back in fighting shape, but just knowing, having this great game sense, navigating these very tight circles. There's so many players, anything at any moment could go completely wrong, and Tfue made the best of the situation. Hopping in on Mega though, no eliminations currently. We'll see that situation potentially change. Look at the utility though. Slurp, Rift to go, minis, tack, AR, builds galore, and his first elimination there, gonna give him the 200 effective HP with a very weak baller currently.
Yeah, I mean, anything right now will pick that over, but he's mainly just using it as a source of rotation, so he's going to be happy to get anything out of this, and it will also kind of act as one of those Bush or the Snowmen. They're eating an effective shot as we are inside the top 15, so everybody in here has gotten at least the 5 points for their trouble, and you can see Mega just trying to stay out of people's way. Doesn't want to take the interaction, doesn't want to lose the last of his baller there as the second to last one gets cracked out, and Mega finally being like, all right, let's leave that down here, let's play some Fortnite, get on the low ground and turn back as you have Lenon and Crims up on the high ground. Tfue picks up Cutthroat right there, and we're into the top 10. Mega, here's the Shadow Bomb, go off next to him. He's looking to capitalize. Good edit reset, and then drops down, picks up 2 Vayne, and still has a Rift to go too.
I mean, he's probably going to look to pick it up. There you go, and I like that he swaps it out. You can do that very quickly. If you're okay, as I say that though, Mega is just going to claim himself the high ground. Keep in mind, he still has the redeploy.
Yeah, he picked it up as he popped the Rift, so great then elim to retake high ground, and he punishes Vinny right as Vinny picks that up, getting the top 5 as well as another 2 points as Davon gets it, and this lobby is stacked for a top 5. Mega on the high ground, Tfue, Crims, Davon, and Tendons all on the low ground. Every one of these players is infinitely better than me and possibly one of the best players in Na East. 2 already qualifying for solos and duos as it comes out. Who will get the victory royale here as Tfue challenges up 117 to the high ground, drops down, only sitting on the 2 builds, so gonna circle back in the storm as Crims finishes off Davon there. Tfue gets in the box, 1-2, he gets trapped. The trap is down, and it was the revenge, and that was it, and Mega simply wins by forcing out Tendons and holding the high ground. So Mega with that take in the box when he got the Rift and took the redeploy. That was the match. We talk about every small little interaction, every decision making matter. You want to know what it looks like to be a double qualified player? The 14-year-old from Faze Mega popping off.
No, they all fucking focused me. Fuck. Damn, man, I couldn't get the fucking mats on that last guy I killed. That was unfortunate. Fuck.
check that clip out, highly recommend it. But right now we're in this match where Twizbot picks up a nice little double to get us into the top 10. The second one was on Dopai, and right now Bizzle just trying to make sure he completely owns the high ground because he saw that rift goes off, sees the baller, and then also hears the shadow bomb. So with no builds, he's in a precarious position.
Ooh, sending shots over the player, 46 twice coming out. The player is on white damage, I believe. And now look, I like that he just keeps checking up above. He keeps hearing different sounds, rifts, launch pads, etc. And immediately, with just one quick flick, takes down Dez there, sending him back to the lobby. 7 players remain, 2 more need to go down. We hit top 5. There goes one. That's Damien, picked up by Ghost Bizzle. And another one! Forward GG goes back to the lobby. Bizzle on 6 eliminations. No builds, by the way, Sundown. He's got nothing. He needs to try and find loot along the way. But look, everyone else is still playing very close to each other, just a few grid spaces above each other.
Yeah, he's had no builds this entire time, but he's just been working top down and now going to get a little bit off of that tree. But he just needs to wait. Like, people will just assume he has it, gets to replace on one, sees the players underneath, knows there's a trap in there, so can't drop into the box, knows he can't waterfall himself off. Instead, going to find Commandment as
they're both down there!
And he got both Commandment and Slothy plays. Bizzle says there's a reason I qualified week 1. There's a reason I'm one of, no.
All the players left in this one. Nate
still
Hill,
in this one too.
he's still going to have one smoke bomb that he can use.
He's going out through the storm. He wants this high ground, and he actually takes it. That's a nice shot right there.
Oh, he pops the smoke bomb, and he's going to go down low. So he won't take any fall damage. He's going to be right in front of someone.
Gosh.
He busts out the combat shotgun and gets the confirmation of the elimination. Now we're going to be 6 players remaining here. He has 7 elims. What a run from Nate Hill.
The next elimination is going to be a 4-point swing for anyone in this game right now. Bugsy is right above Nate. Nate's got Bugsy above him, Hogman below him, somewhere nearby. He jumps over. The traps that he picks up from the previous is going to keep him in the game here. Is Hogman or someone below is trying to pressure him out. Finds a moment. And don't forget, they were fighting in the storm for a second there. He's got an advantage. Probably at this moment, 58 points here, Golden.
I cannot believe what I'm seeing here. What a Herculean effort from Nate Hill. Clarity G just eliminates Hogman. That's going to leave us into a top 4. And Nate Hill, he's just going to try and glide this one down and just ride the safe zone of the storm as long as he possibly can. Now we're going to be in top 2, but it all comes down to that. And Clarity G gets the victory royale. But what a run from all of those players, Nate Hill especially. And that is going to wrap that one up with a nice bow. Let's
And
send
Sofa fighting each other right now, and Assault from Ghost Gaming there as well.
Sofa goes down, Tekker's down as well. Prodigy a back-to-back, the feed there, he basically owns it. Bolt goes down, Smack picks another one up. 5 elims here for Prodigy. 4 minis, that tack AR and the tactical shotgun, a whole lot of tack in the inventory. And honestly, it doesn't really surprise me. Both weapons proving in the right hands to be extremely good. The tack and the combat shotgun kind of been going back and forth quite a bit recently.
Oh yeah, and this build not nearly as high up as I actually expected to be. And Smack just made the ultimate mistake, nuked himself down from the high ground and dies because of it. And Smack is going to be pissed at himself for that one. That is something that you cannot have happen on these Sunday qualifying days. 1 versus 1. Prodigy Aces versus Tendy, and Tendy with just 8 HP gets the elimination. And again, an example of a 4-point swing, Lupo, where, hey, that might be the difference between qualifying and missing out.
Boxing up as well. Kaizui all the way down here on the bottom. Almost the bottom. He's got a couple layers actually underneath him. There's still 11 players, and we are in the final circle close of this match. A minute 15 remaining. The tack AR, very, very powerful and accurate hands. Pushing his way up, doesn't want to even pickaxe through the metal, just wants to shoot through. Kaizui makes it all the way up. He's got the top down now. Players below, 9 players remaining. We're getting very close to the last set of placement points. Happens at 5 remaining. 8 remaining now as DMO goes down in the feed. And Kaizui's looking up above, making sure he's
on high ground.
At the very top, and he is.
That is high ground right there. Just 1 layer up above the floor. You see all the fights going down. Landjock, a player that we always see at the top of leaderboards, still alive in this one. Mega there as well. Aspect on the front side of the zone. Mega gets the quick elimination on the Landjock with barely any health left. Aspect player inside his box. That's Artsy challenging. Tfue with the absolute health advantage right now. 1 elimination. Aspect now there as well. 200 HP versus just 59. Tfue with the elimination. That is a 7 elimination victory royale. And a big reason why Tfue, we saw him in the top 10 of our leaderboard.
Pretty consistent.